Hi Libra, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and today we are doing September readings. I've got the Tarot of Mystical Moments here. Totally gorgeous deck. It is a deck with a glossy finish, so there is sometimes a little bit of a glare. I apologize in advance for a little bit of lens flare. We shall persevere. And I wanted to remind you, these are general readings for a general audience, so it's not quite the same as a one-to-one reading. Sometimes the readings really resonate. Sometimes there's just a nugget or two that inspires. If you know your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, check out the videos for all of those placements, because sometimes one or two of those are more resonant, or watching all of them kind of gives you a fuller picture. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and give the deck a good shuffle for you. And I do fast forward over the shuffling part through the magic of video editing, just because I give a really long shuffle and a solemn shuffle, and I just don't want to bore you with that part. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you in your reading in just a tick. Okay, Libra. Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. That is a lot of fire for you. Let's get ourselves situated here. Wow. Okay. So the Five of Wands shows up for me typically in one of two ways, either externally or sort of internally. Externally, I've seen this show up as like people around me who are behaving sort of chaotically and in a sort of petty way, and it's challenging to kind of keep a low profile while people are kind of working through their ego issues. So a Libra, it could be something like this. Say in the workplace, for those of you who work in a traditional, work with other people, it could be the sort of thing where there's an ineffective boss and coworkers are kind of squabbling about a work project, who should do what, or who should be doing what and who's not doing what, and the sort of thing where there's a bunch of people who want to be leaders and nobody's actually doing their job, or there's a sense of people not trusting each other or people slacking off. That kind of environment, a sort of toxic work environment. Or sometimes it could be a thing in a family where, like, maybe your cousin is getting married and her mom has too many ideas about what she should be doing and is not really listening to the bride, and maybe a sister is offended about the color choice, or the bride is being a bit of a bridezilla and is making everybody get haircuts, and there's tension about people overstepping their bounds. It's that kind of people struggling with whose vision is more important, kind of a push-pull situation. When I've seen the Five of Wands in this way, where there's an awareness that people around are behaving in petty ways. It can be hard to not be pulled into the fray, because when you see somebody else acting like kind of a jerk, your first impulse is to kind of call them out on it. But under the Five of Wands influence, often, people aren't ready to hear that they're being a jerk and, improve their behavior. So a lot of times when the Five of Wands is kind of spinning around you, the best play is to just kind of do what you need to do for your own sanity, and let the sort of fires peter out around you, and eventually, these little ego plays will be brought into, they'll burn themselves out. The other way I've seen the Five of Wands happen, though, is in my own life when I've got too many irons in the fire. Like when I've got my day job and then I've got something creative I have to do. And, I also have to remember to get my brother's birthday present, mailed to where he lives. And, I have to remember to do all these things, and I'm carrying too much baggage. And, I'm also going to secretly interview for another job, and, one of those kinds of things. So I've got a lot of irons in the fire, and I'm a little bit frustrated with all the things I have to remember. And it's one of those things where the day gets a little bit frustrating, and I get a little short-tempered with people around me simply because I've got too much on my plate. And then I'm kind of the ego jerk. You know what I mean? So it looks like, Libra, although you're normally a very pleasant person, either there's some ego fire around you, and you're, as much as you might want to try to get in the fray and calm people down, the best play might be to just, let it boil over. Or you could be having a lot of irons in the fire, some of your own, maybe even secret projects going on. And I think it's the latter. Looking at the other cards in this spread here, you might have some other irons in the fire that you're working on, some other secret passion projects or not so secret passion projects. Because we look here at the Ace of Wands, and this is literally the card of the passion project. Wands are typically about, passion, creative projects, a new spark, a new inspiration. And you can see in this card here, the central character, she's got a book in her lap, and there's like a blossom coming out of it. It looks like she might even be creating, like, it's like this flower is coming out of this book. Did she plant that seed herself? Maybe. It could very well be the Ace of Wands would be a terrific card for writers who are just about to start writing a new book, or for anyone in any sort of creative field, photography, music, whatever creative endeavor you're interested in. It could even be the sort of thing where if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or a TikTok, anything where you might want to share your grandma's recipes or anything like that. Anything with the slight creative angle that is a passion project for you. This indicates the start of a new project. This is an excellent time to do it, and it looks like September you might be starting a new project, or you might be given a new project. This could also be the sort of thing where you could be cast in a play or something like that, or you could get some sort of a job in a creative field, something like that. And that's echoed, of course, in the Queen of Wands. This could be you with boss lady energy in some sort of creative field, some sort of creative endeavor. But this could also be your boss or someone offering you this creative job. For example, if you, using the example of the being cast in a play. This could very much be like the director of that play, being a sort of a mentor, giving you your first break. This would be someone very sunny and charming and, very much a maternal leader, full of passion and energy and sort of a celebrity in her field. It kind of has a superstar quality about her. So like I said, for some Libras, this could be somebody giving you a job or mentoring you. This could be your mom supporting you or inspiring you, something like that. For some Librans, this could be you stepping into that creative sort of power role, you in your superstar mode, your superstar era. And by the end of the month, you have something to celebrate here. The Four of Wands is very much a card of having achieved something, having some sort of accomplishment that you want to share with friends or family, loved ones. This could be something, like again, using the play analogy, this could be opening night. This could be an engagement party. This could be, or a wedding. It could be, if you're a visual artist, this could be, your exhibition, something along those lines. Again, for every Libran, this is going to hit differently. So apply it as it suits, your life, your industry, whatever your passion project is. And maybe not every Libran is creative in that way. If you're in accounting, it could still apply. This could still be something like, there's some friction in the office, but you get some new software that you're very excited about, and it makes you get through whatever, projects or whatever your sort of tasks or duties are really quickly, and you get a lot of praise for getting through the books so quickly this month, and then you have a celebration or something. I mean, it can apply like that. But I think for a lot of Librans, there is, there's some sort of need to keep some passion projects or some job interviews on the down low from the day job or the survival job or from other folks, something like that. There's a new job offer or a new project inspiration that then leads you to either a new boss or a new sense of your own kind of role, moving into a place of being in the zone with your creativity or feeling like a superstar and really having something to celebrate by the end of the month. Libra, I think this looks really exciting. I hope you're super stoked. I would love to find out if anyone feels like sharing whatever this is. I would love to, or even whatever this is, I would love to hear what it is. Feel free to drop it in the comments below. I love to hear how these cards play out differently in different folks' lives. But in any case, I do think you'll need to pace yourself a little bit this month. Libra, do take care of yourself. Until next time, thank you for stopping by. Bye for now.